what's up superstars? It's your girl Irene here to help you start and scale the business of your dreams. Now today's question is, what is the difference between a limited company and a sole trader? And ultimately, what is going to be the best business setup for you? Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing a really quick definition of both limited companies and sole traders. And I'm also going to be sharing some things that you might want to consider as you plan on setting up your business. I also want to let you know that I have a really handy freebie that you are more than welcome to download, and it is a free business model comparison guide so that you can see what the major pros and cons are for setting up as a limited company versus a sole trader. And we also explore a few other business models in there as well. I will link it all under this video. But first, let me kick off with a quick definition or a quick description of what a limited company is versus a sole trader. So if you're a limited company, the company is effectively completely separate entity to you, the founder. So the clue is in the word limited. You are limited in terms of your liability to the company's debts, to any issues, to any assets lost. They are seen as a completely separate entity. When you're a sole trader, however, you and the company are one and the same. You are trading as your company. So therefore, any debts, any liabilities, and any issues that arise are effectively you, the founder's debts, issues, and liabilities. So it's something you really want to consider as you start up. It's also really important for me to say it's so crucial that you do consult your local representative in whichever country that you are to see if there are other little nuances that you need to be aware of when it comes to setting up as a limited company or setting up as a sole trader. When we started our first business, Digital Marketing London, we decided to set up as a limited company because I was trading with very big businesses right from the start. I was consulting for very big businesses and offering training, and therefore it was really important for me to be a limited company because that was a stipulation of some of these businesses and a stipulation of their procurement. This is not the case for everybody, but it's worth looking into it if you are planning to trade with big business. The second reason was because one of my training offerings was actually being delivered in partnership with a third party. So it was important for me to know that I was fully covered and had limited liability just in case anything was to change with that third party in the future. Now, if I was freelance or a consultant or a coach and had a very small team or was a one-man band or just had a VA, I probably would have decided to go down the sole trader route because, let's be honest, it's easier. It's much easier to step up into being a limited company if you want to, and there's much less reporting that you have to do to HMRC. Whichever one you decide to go with, there are a few things that I strongly recommend you consider. One of the first things that you should consider is tax. Now, when you're part of a limited company, you are obligated as a director to submit tax returns every year. You also pay tax through your PAYE, and there's a tax to be paid on any dividends that you take from the company if you are a shareholder. As a limited company, you also pay corporation tax. When you're a sole trader, you only pay tax on the profits of the business, so it is a little bit simpler. There's so much good information out there about this very topic, and I'm going to actually link to some of my favorite videos on YouTube under this one so that you can find out a little bit more. The second thing you need to think about is national insurance. Now, as a sole trader, you only are concerned with paying your own national insurance, whereas as a limited company, both the employer and the employee's national insurance do need to be paid on both their salary and their bonuses. The third thing you need to think about is your annual accounts and returns. This is the bane of my life. I always try and be super organized, and at the end of the year I'm still scratching around trying to find all my receipts and make sure that I get it on time. But it's something that you have to do as a limited company. You have to feel really close eye on all of your accounts and all of your expenses, and you have to file these accounts at the end of the year. It's a legal requirement. As a sole trader, however, you still have to keep a really close eye on your accounts, but you're not required to file annual accounts the way that you do when you are a limited company. And my fourth and final thing I really want you to consider is what kind of business model is right for you. Be honest. Think about the kind of person that you are, the kind of whether or not you like to deal with lots of admin, think about the kind of business that you want to create. And I say this because if you dream of running a large-scale business in multiple countries with a huge team, then maybe a limited setup is right for you. And as I said, if you're planning to work with bigger businesses, that might actually be a requirement. However, if you love the idea of being nimble and working from anywhere and being freelance and just having that freedom of not having a big team, or maybe just having a small team with a VA, then why not go for a sole trader situation? It's simple, it's easier, and as I said, you can always change in the future quite easily. If you're still unsure of which way to go, feel free to download my free business model comparison guide. I've linked to it below, and you can find out the pros and cons of each of the different setups. So there you have it. There's my quick guide to the difference between being a limited company and a sole trader. I've left tons more links for you below so you can learn more, and I'd love to hear from you. What do you think you're going to do? Are you going to go for sole trader, or are you going to go for a limited company? Remember, it's all about what your dream business looks like, and I would love to hear more. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. I'd love to hear more of your startup questions in the comments box below, and you know success loves company, so please share this video with just one person who you think it might help. Bye for now.